staring at the signal bars, watching them fall away. Like the words we never found the strength to say. I dodging up, but just to hear the clicking of the tone. A digital reminder that I'm sitting here alone in the winter of 22. Me so the satellites are cold. And the story of our future is already growing old. I can hear you breathing through the 5G haze, lost in the map of our better days. I'm shouting through the distance, but the connection's getting thin, and I don't know where you end or where the silence should begin. Now it's just static on the line, white noise in my head, a ghost of every I love you that we ever left for dead. I'm reaching through the airwaves, but I'm only catching sparks. Two voices drifting aimlessly and breaking in the dark. The frequency is fading, the signal's going blind, and all I've got is static on the line. You started a sentence, but it broke up in the air. Like a fragile piece of porcelain beyond any repair. Was it I'm sorry, or was it I'm moving on? By the time the sound reached me, you were already gone. Now I'm holding on to plastic pressed against my ear, trying to find the melody that used to be so clear. Is it the satellites? Is it the storms? Or is it just the way your dying love deforms? We used to speak in lightning, we used to speak in fire. Now we're just a hum along a disconnected wire. I'm begging for a clear channel, just one honest word, but the louder that I scream, the less I'm being heard. It's just static on the line, white noise in my head, a ghost of every I love you that we ever left for dead. Now I'm reaching through the airwaves, but I'm only catching sparks. Two voices drifting aimlessly and breaking in the dark. The frequency is fading, the signal's going blind, and all I've got is static on the line. It's just static on the line. White noise in my head, a ghost of every I love you that we ever left for dead. I'm reaching through the airways, but I'm only catching sparks. Two voices drifting aimlessly and breaking in the dark. The frequency is fading, yeah. The signal's going blind, and all I've got is static on the line. Can you hear me? Are you there? The screen is turning black, there's no way to call you back. Just the hum and the cold goodbye. The dimmer switch is stuck halfway in the kitchen where we used to dance. The shadows stretch across the floor like they're waking from a trance. I'm sitting in the corner chair where the lamp glow barely reaches, trying to find the silver lining in the lessons heartbreak teaches. I don't wanna see the jagged edges or the cracks along the wall. It's easier to keep the faith when you can't see the rise and fall. Cause I'm still loving you in low light, where the memories stay soft and blurred, where I can still pretend I didn't hear that final breaking word. In the dark you're still beside me, in the gray you haven't left. I'm hiding in the halftones from a heart that's been bereft, until the sun comes up to prove me wrong. shows the empty side of the bed, and the coldness in the air. So I pull the heavy curtain shut to keep the ghosts in place. I'd rather live in silhouettes than look at your missing space. In the bright light, you're a stranger. In the bright light, we are done. But in the flicker of a candle, we have only just begun. Don't flip the switch, don't turn the key. I'm not ready for the truth to rescue me. Pretend I didn't hear that final breaking word. In the dark, you're still beside me. In the gray, you haven't left. I'm hiding in the half-tones from a heart that's been bereft, until the sun comes up to prove me wrong. I'm loving you in low light all night long. Just a soft glow, nowhere left to go. Keep the shadows near. You're still here in the low light. In the low light, low light, low light. I remember the day we laid the first stone. In a field full of weeds, we built a home out of hope alone. We used forever for the mortar, always for the beams. A skyscraper reaching for the ceiling of our dreams. But I didn't notice the hairline cracks in the floor, or the way the wind was whistling through the frame of the door. We built it high, we built it fast, but we never asked if the ground would last. Now the foundation is turning to sand, and I'm holding a blueprint with shaking hands. It was just fragile, a texture, a house made of glass, waiting for the seasons and the heavy years to pass. One touch of the truth and the wall started bending. A beautiful tower with a catastrophic ending. Now I'm standing in the rubble of a love we couldn't save, buried in the ruins of the promises we gave. Oh, it's a long way down when the structure starts to part, living in the wreckage of our fragile architecture heart. In 2026, the skyline looks so strange. Without the silhouette of us, everything has changed. I walk through the skeletons of the rooms we used to share, touching the ghosts of the rafters that are no longer there. We spent so much time painting the windows gold that we didn't see the wood was growing black with mold. They say you shouldn't build on a fault line that lies, or trust in the roof that's open built a path of promises, leave by fragile leaves, across the canyon carved by time and deepened by our grief. I thought that if I wrote it down, the ink would hold the weight, but words are only paper thin when they're delivered late. I'm standing on the riverbank, watching as it starts, the folding of the blueprints of two disconnected hearts. A single spark of cold neglect was all it took to disconnect the fragile line I laid for you. Now there's nothing left to do, and I'm watching paper bridges burning in the rain, ashen embers falling like the rhythm of my pain. I thought that I could reach you if I built a way across, but the fire's catching everything and doubling the loss. Now the gap is getting wider and the smoke is in my eyes. There goes the last connection under lonely blackened skies. Just a pile of cinders where a future used to be. Watching paper bridges burn between you and me. I'm looking at the letters that I never got to send, the structural integrity of lovers and a friend. The curling at the edges now, the yellow turning black. There's no way to go forward, and there's no way to go back, 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 back. The water underneath is high, the current's pulling strong. I'm realizing paper wasn't meant to last this long. You're standing on the other side, a silhouette in white, watching as the orange glow illuminates the night. You didn't try to douse the flame, you didn't reach your hand. You're just a fading ghost across a stretch of no man's land. It's beautiful and terrible the way a dream can flare, then vanish into nothingness and leave the canyon bare. I found them in a shoebox under the guest room bed, a stack of glossy memories I thought were better dead. It's January 2026, the sky is white and cold, and I'm holding on to colors that are starting to look old. Your yellow summer dress is turning into shades of cream. The edges of your smile are dissolving like a dream. I'm shaking them like I could bring the focus back to life, but the chemical reaction only cuts me like a knife. The silver and the shadows are taking back the light, turning every always into a good night. Now I'm staring at these faded Polaroids of us, watching the gold and the copper turn to rust. The frames are all peeling, the outlines are blurred. I'm losing the image of the girl who once conquered. That we were the fire, that we were the sun. Now you're just a ghost and the fading's begun. One more year and you'll be gone from the view. Just a white piece of paper, why I once held you. rooftop in Brooklyn on that wooden beam raft, but the skyline is bleeding into the gray of the sea, and I can't find the person who used to be me. I'm tracing your jawline with a trembling thumb, but the surface is glossy and my spirit is numb. Is it better to see you in a blur of the past, or to watch the perfection simply fail to last? I'm watching the chemicals eat out your eyes until you're a stranger in a hollow disguise. Don't disappear yet, just give me a minute to remember the world when you were still in it. Yeah, I'm staring at these faded Polaroids of us, watching the gold and the copper turn to rust. The frames are all peeling, the outlines are blurred. I'm losing the image of the girl who once conquered. That we were the fire, that we were the sun. Now you're just a ghost and the fading's begun. One more year and you'll be gone from the view. Just a white piece of paper where I once held you. Gone, 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 gone. The light is moving on, just a blank square in my hand. I finally understand. You're faded. We're faded. I still set the table for two out of habit. Then I catch the silence and try not to grab it. Your keys on the counter, the dust on your coat, the see you tonight in a half-finished note. I'm walking through hallways that still smell like you, but the walls are all gray and the sunlight is blue. Now I'm dancing with shadows in a hollowed out room, chasing the scent of a faded perfume. I reach for your hand, but I'm grasping it at. I'm shouting your name, but there's nobody there. Just a hollow vibration, a love lost at sea. I'm haunted by a version of you and of me. In the silence it grows, just the sound of your echoes. I went to our spot where the willow tree leans, but it's just a graveyard of might have beens. I try to remember the sound of your laugh, but it's fading away like an old photograph. The hardest part isn't the day that you left, it's the way that the air feels so heavy with theft. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It turns every memory into a grief. You're a ghost in the kitchen, a blur in the hall, the loudest of voices saying nothing at all. How do I leave when you're everywhere still? I'm waiting for footsteps that never quite will. burning, the seasons are turning, but I'm still here waiting for the door to unlock, listening to the tick of the clock and the echoes, just the echoes. The calendar says April, but the windows say goodbye. There's a sheet of jagged silver draped across the 22 misty sky. I watched you walk away till you were a speck of lead and gray, and the warmth of every summer followed you along the way. Now I'm shivering in the kitchen while the kettle starts to cry. I used to be a bonfire, I used to be a spark. Now I'm just a hollow tree standing in the dark. The frost is creeping upward, taking over every part. And it's winter in my veins, it's a blizzard in my chest. I'm a frozen bird, forgotten in a long abandoned nest. Your touch was like the morning, but the night has settled in, and I can feel the permafrost beneath my very skin. The pulse is getting slower, the blood is turning blue. I'm just a statue made of ice, still waiting here for you. It's a cold that never breaks, it's a sky that only rains. Ever since you left, it's the winter in my view. It's a cold that never breaks, it's a sky that only rains. Ever since you left, it's been winter in my veins. I tried to burn your letters just to feel a little heat, but the flames felt like a mockery, bitter and unsweet. They turned to ash so quickly, leaving shadows on the floor, like the way you left me standing by the slamming of the door. Now I breathe out tiny ghosts with every word I try to speak, and I feel the snowflakes melting on the hollow of my cheek. Is there a season after this, or is the circle dead? Is there a way to thaw the heavy stones inside my head? The mercury is dropping, the world is turning white, and I'm just a lonely landing in a never-ending night. Don't wake me if the sun comes up, I've forgotten how it feels to be anything but broken under winter's heavy wheels. Cause it's winter in my veins, it's a blizzard in my chest. I'm a frozen bird, forgotten in a long abandoned nest. Your touch was like the morning, but the night has settled in, and I can feel the permafrost beneath my very skin. The pulse is getting slower, the blood is turning blue. I'm just a statue made of ice, still waiting here for you. It's a cold that never breaks, it's a sky that only rains. Ever since you left, it's been winter in my veins. So cold, the light is getting old. I'm turning into glass, watching the seasons pass, but I'm still frozen. Yeah, I'm still frozen. I walk through the door and I trip on the quiet. The silence is screaming, starting a riot. The the cold rack is leaning with half of its weight. One side is lonely, the other is fate. The 2020 since calendar hangs on the wall, marking the day since the start of the fall. I'm breathing in oxygen, but it feels thin, like the walls are all closing and I'm losing again. The air is still heavy where you used to stand. I'm reaching for ghosts, I'm holding my hand. It's a strange kind of physics, a hollow design, when a space can't be occupied by what isn't mine. And I'm sitting in a room full of your absence tonight, watching the shadows put out every light. It's the heaviest thing, this nothingness here, a mountain of gone and an ocean of fear. I'm crowded by memories, I'm choked by the air of the person who promised she'd always be there. It's loud, empty, hollow, a beautiful mess, living in a room full of your absence, I guess. The indentation is still on your side of the bed, a permanent map of the words that you said. I left your book open at page 94. I can't bring myself to walk through that door. Every corner is haunted by a laugh or a sigh, in a house that's become just a place for a lie. I'm a guest in a museum of things we once owned, before us became a me so brutally alone. How can nothing be so heavy to hold? How can a vacuum be so biting and cold? I'm tripping over echoes in the middle of the hall. I'm staring at the nothing until I feel small. If I close my eyes, can I fill up the space, or am I just a stranger in a hollowed out place? Yeah, I'm sitting in a room full of your absence tonight, watching the shadows put out every light. It's the heaviest thing, there's nothingness here, a mountain of gone and an ocean of fear. I'm crowded by memories, I'm choked by the air of the person who promised she'd always be there. It's a loud, empty, hollow, a beautiful mess, living in a room full of your absence, I guess. So much space and nowhere to go, so much nothing that I've come to know. The floorboards are cold, the story is told in the empty room, just the empty room. I packed the house in cardboard, but the kitchen still feels full of a gravity I can't escape, a relentless kind of pull. I try to lift the memories, I try to move the bed, but I'm tripping over every word that you and I once said. It's January 2026 and the snow is stacking high, but it's lighter than the hello and the ghost of your goodbye. They say that love has wings, they say that love can fly, but they never tell you how it feels when it falls out of the sky. It doesn't turn to feathers, it doesn't turn to air. There's 1,000 pounds of nothing that I find everywhere. And oh, love is a heavy thing to carry. It's the altar and the ghost of the girl I didn't marry. It's the weight inside my pockets, it's the stone inside my shoe. It's the miles of empty highway that lead me back to you. My back is getting tired and my heart is getting sore from dragging all these used to cross a cold and hollow floor. I'm sinking in the middle and I'm losing all my air, because love is a heavy thing to carry when you're the only one still there. I see people in the city walking light upon their feet, like they aren't wearing iron chains while crossing every street. Yeah, do they know the secret? Do they have a way to let it go? Or have they just not felt the ice beneath the 2020 seam snow? I'm holding on to maybe, and I'm clutching on to wait, but I'm buckling under the pressure of a self-inflicted fate. If I dropped it in the river, would I finally be free, or would the weight rest of me. It's the anchor in the ocean, it's the mountain in the dust. It's the way a golden promise turns to heavy, jagged rust. I'm tired of the lift and I'm tired of the strain of carrying the side of strain of free, of carrying the sunshine through a decade's worth of rain. Yeah, love is a heavy thing to carry. It's the altar and the ghost of the girl I didn't marry. It's the weight inside my pockets, it's the stone inside my shoe. It's the miles of empty highway that lead me back to you. My back is getting tired and my heart is getting sore from dragging all these used across a cold and hollow floor. I'm sinking in the middle and I'm losing all my air because love is a heavy thing to carry. Love is a heavy thing to carry. It's the altar and the ghost of the girl I didn't marry. It's the weight inside my pockets, it's the stone inside my shoe. It's the miles of empty highway that lead me back to you. My back is getting tired and my heart is getting sore from dragging all these used to be so cold and hollow floor. I'm sinking in the middle and I'm losing all my air because love is a heavy thing to carry when you're the only one still there. One more step, heavy on my soul. One more breath, losing all control. The weight of you, the weight of us is just too much to bear alone. The moonlight's cutting circles on the hardwood in the hall. I see your silhouette dancing, pinned against a peeling wall. I put on that old record, the one with the scratchy start, the one that used to be the steady rhythm of a heart. I hold my arms out wide, framing the empty space, trying to find the curve of your waist, the memory of your face. The neighbors probably think I finally lost my mind, spinning through a house that we've left far behind. But the silence is too heavy if I just sit still and cry. So I'm dancing with your shadow in the 2026 blue, trying to feel the ghost of the way I used to hold on to you. I'm stepping on the echoes of the promises we made, waltzing with a flicker that I know is bound to fade. You're light as the air, you're cold as the stone. I'm dancing with your shadow, but I'm dancing all alone. I remember how you moved like a ribbon in the wind before the world got heavy and the threads began to spin. Now I'm leading a partner who isn't really there, tracing the outline of your presence in the freezing winter air. I close my eyes so tight I can almost feel your breath, but it's just a drafty window mocking me to death. 1, 2, 3, step into the pain. 1, 2, 3, losing you again. The music's winding down, the needle's at the end, and I'm just a broken man with no more prayers to send. I'm clutching at the darkness, I'm begging it to stay, because when the light comes up, you'll just flicker away. Just an open door.